But for most women, they don't show that. They don't show femininity. They don't show cooking and cleaning. They don't show all the different attributes of what keeps and makes a good, healthy relationship.
I got a good rebuttal for that.
Talk to
you
me.
Saying,
Let's go.
Oh, I got one.
Go
so you're saying marriage, men don't, it's pointless for them, right?
There's nothing
so
beneficial from them.
It's not beneficial to have a committed woman birth your child, raise it, and take care of the household for the 18 years in house.
You can do that in a serious relationship.
No. Or like they have to go through some type of trauma.
Mm-hmm.
So you're saying that getting married is not beneficial when you can have a whole put together. And let's bring even some more business perspective into it. You want to build an empire, right?
Mm-hmm.
You need to
Definitely.
get married. You need to get married and have a legitimate heir. So let's take it back to that.
But
so,
okay, pause, real quick, pause.
But it's true. It's not nothing beneficial. But you want someone to raise your child, but also be a good mother, be the best woman. But you didn't make no commitment to that. But you didn't make no commitment to that.
But okay,
so it's like, how is marriage not beneficial? Because you just committed to that woman to birth your children, raise them, your empire, basically that you're having. And it's not a kind of your empire; it's a generation. It's a generation of families.
And I get what you're saying.
A generation can be a generation if it's all split the fuck up.
Okay, and I agree. I get what you're saying from your perspective. But what I am talking about is from a male perspective. You can get everything that you just talked about in a serious relationship. I don't understand this dynamic or what you are portraying, that the ultimate level of showing that your commitment is that piece of paper of showing that I am married to this person.
It's really what I had said on another episode. It's to make sure you don't run away from your obligations. It's also more, it's really 50-50. It's really 50% of that. Because if we're going to have a family, you're not going to feel like you're going to run away from these obligations. Like marriage also ties in a man to make sure that he is here and provides for these like dependents.
Okay,
so it's like,
but even in a marriage, you can cheat. Even in a marriage,
you can cheat, but you are these are still legally your children. You are married; it's different. You can take it to legal. If you are not scared like that, when it comes to taking someone to court, you cannot do much if you are not legally married.
Yes, you can. You child support. What are you talking about?
Child support, but it doesn't matter. You can do adultery. You can do a lot more things being married in most states. You know what I'm saying? That person can be held more accountable for their actions. Like a person that...
Okay, I can actually agree with that.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's not just like, oh, we want to get married. Just like, no. Like, it's also like, we need to feel secure. We need to feel secure. And that these moments when you're taking me out of work or whatever situation you have, that we are secure to build a family. If not, then there's no secureness. Like,
okay, you about to say something. Go ahead.
I'm like on the edge.
No, because like, we are going to go back at it because I got some shit. But I want to hear your perspective before I continue on. Go ahead.
I just feel both ways. Like,
no, give your perspective though. What do you mean?
And I agree with you.
Okay, what do you agree with me on or disagree with me on? And what do you agree with her on and disagree with her on?
I agree in a sense when, if you have children with someone, for an example, say you're not married to them.
Yeah.
But you had kids with them, in a sense, like...
It's hard to explain. I know. Take your time. Go ahead. God damn.
I don't even know what to say. Like, honestly, like... when you're married to someone, like, you're not obligated to... I mean, when you're married to someone, in a sense, like those... I don't even know what to say.
She tongue-tied.
It's more of like the children. Like you're obligated to those children, not really the woman itself, but you're obligated for these dependents. But it's like in reality though, like if you want to go start a family, you need to make sure that you're secure. If you are talking in the relationship that you want to have kids in the future, you know that you want to build a family, so that family needs to be secure. If you don't want that, you don't. A lot of people don't really care to get married because of the business aspect of it and how marriage is.
Facts.
But at the end of the day, a lot of people do need to get married because comes down to a lot of different things. You do prenups, whatever you need to do to make sure you secure your side of stuff before you get married. That's always an option. Okay,
I'm gonna be honest. I think this is why women like you need to actually have your own show, have your own perspective, etc. Because again, we talking about right now two different perspectives, right? Your perspective is you want security and provisioning from your man, which is understandable. I get that 100%. But what I'm talking about is, for a man specifically, you don't gain anything by putting yourself in a marriage.
I agree.
You actually lose things. Now the girl can leave and take 50% of your shit, etc.
You can do a prenup. You can do a prenup. And
prenups can get thrown out. Prenups get thrown out all the time.
You can still take that if you just get a good enough lawyer. Honestly, like come on now, It just takes a good lawyer, do a good prenup. Like prenups, like don't act like they can't. They haven't saved shit.
No, they have. I want to be clear. I want to be clear, but they can be thrown out. And I'm saying for a dude that has any type of value, you wouldn't even want to risk that.
You shouldn't be looking at it like that. You should be. Marriage is about also like a long-term partner, someone you want to deal with. Like,
no, marriage has always been about business. Let's stop the cap right now.
Well, okay, so if we want to take it to that, we've had the men run this business for thousands and thousands of years. Men have been nothing but, so let's not take it to that. You don't want to take it to that subject.
Yeah, I can.
We have been nothing but a sexual and business transaction for decades. So we don't even want to go there because that just contradicts a lot of why women want to be free. Of course we want to be free. We've been fucking a business and sexual transaction for decades.
Yeah.
So, but as far as like, I understand like if you're a man that makes more money and you marry a girl that doesn't have more money, it can definitely affect you. Like I said, do a prenup. You obviously have that money, you can get a good lawyer. Like, come on now. Like, you know what I'm saying? Most people who are like, making $50,000 a year, they're not going to do a prenup because they need also another spouse to even make more of that happen.
Yeah.
So if you're talking on a realistic scale, when you have houses and cars, that person, he probably already did a prenup, or he has the money for a divorce lawyer to take care of that. Both of them are equally important because, like,
which one is more important? Start with that, and then you can go into where.
I mean, in an overall sense, because your title, you could be boyfriend or girlfriend, but if your actions are shit, that doesn't really matter.
I feel like your actions speak more than your actual like
actions do
title.
Speak louder.
The title. Your actions speak more than the title itself. Like,
but if the actions speak so loud, why can't there be a title with it?
That's not the question. The question is which one would you...
Like...
No, stay on topic. Stay on topic.
No, but I mean, for real, action, like, if you think about it, that's kind of a hard question because action is how people move.
It's
on
not
a regular
really. No.
basis.
This is a very realistic question because a lot of times what really happens is people get into relationships. They do get boyfriend, girlfriend, so you do get that title. But then they get into this, we live together, we might get insurance, we might have the same bills, we might have the same, all this other extra shit, but they just don't get the title of the marriage. A lot of people are going down that route versus getting married, having a ceremony, etc. So the question to you would be, which one to you specifically would be more important? The action of a good, healthy relationship, long-term relationship, or just the title?
I think the actions.
Okay.
For sure.
Yeah, with the actions, but still the actions, they code 2 and 2. At some point, your actions got to lead up to the title.
Okay, so basically you're saying...
Like, I don't think you necessarily have to, like...
A title isn't like you are committed. A title doesn't mean like your boyfriend. A title is literally being like, I'm committed to you, making it seem like it's a boyfriend. But yeah, there's nothing wrong being like, I'm committed to you. We have a title.
Yeah.
That is a title. Like, I'm committed to you. That is the title.
Okay.
Like, boyfriend, girlfriend, you don't know what I'm saying? You have to immediately get married, but you need something.
I feel like you can still be fully committed to someone without having the title in a sense. That's just how I feel
I agree.
personally.
That's not even how you feel. That's facts.
Also, in a sense, like, I feel like getting married is a very big like responsibility in a sense, and like you don't know, like obviously like you plan on being with that person like forever
yeah.
Obviously, but in a sense like things do later on happen like down the road. So
good. You got anything?
I just feel like in a sense actions speak more
actions
than just
speak loud, but
the title itself.
Let's be real realistic in this world. Let's be real realistic in this
Man,
world. You need financially, you need 2 people. You need 2 legitimate incomes coming through, and you need both of them to be joined. Yeah. And even it doesn't matter. You can't escape that because guess what? In certain states, after a certain amount of years that you're legally together, you become legally married.
Yeah.
So it's like you can't even escape the title of being married because you're literally going to be legally married whether you like it or not in certain states over a amount of certain time.
Got you.
So you might as well do it.
Don't live in those states and do not get. If you live in those states, do not let it go. No.
No, all states
for the guys.
All states have that. Whether it's 5 or 7 years.
Not all states. I don't think it's all states.
Definitely. We'll Google it after, but it's definitely most of them. It might have a different year standard.
Kick them out after 5 years. How about that?
That's even that. It goes to the same thing when you like live with someone. You got to kick them out. Technically, they live there if they're there for 60 days. It comes to a certain kind of analogy to being together with someone at a certain amount of time. Just legally, if you try and separate them legally, their shit is yours and your shit is theirs.
Got you. Okay, now let me ask you a follow-up question, and then we can move on. For you,
forever.
Yeah, fuck it. No, because this is a conversation starter. You don't want to stay on topic on this for the whole time. That's what it's not about that. All right, so for you personally, is it the ceremony or is it the piece of paper? Like if you had to choose between the two, which one would you ultimately choose for you personally?
Like I'm getting married either way, but it's just like a ceremony or a title.
Yeah.
I
Which
mean,
one is more
what?
important?
You ask